Hi and welcome to the latest Ancient Egypt news from the third week of August. An exhibition showcasing 275 artifacts recovered from Egypt's submerged ancient cities will open at Chicago's Field Museum in 2027, following approval by the Egyptian cabinet. Titled Sunken Cities of Egypt, Isis, the exhibition will run from February the 20th to September the 19th, 2027, excluding the periods required for packing, transport and shipping. According to the cabinet, the exhibition will bring together artifacts recovered from underwater archaeological sites, offering international audiences the opportunity to explore the history of Egypt's ancient coastal settlements through objects excavated beneath the sea. The government said the exhibition forms part of wider efforts to promote Egypt's ancient civilization internationally and expand the presence of ancient Egyptian antiquities at leading museums around the world. The cabinet also confirmed that logistical arrangements have been made to facilitate the transport and display of the artifacts at the Field Museum in Chicago. The Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities, represented by the Supreme Council of Antiquities, the SCA, organised the first scientific forum for joint excavations and expeditions in the Middle Egypt governorates under the title New Discoveries and Rewriting the History of Ancient Cities. The forum aims to highlight the most prominent works of excavations and archaeological discoveries carried out by the expeditions of the SCA in the governorates of the Middle Egypt region, which include Beni Suef, Fayum, Minya, Asyut and the New Valley. Dr. Hisham El-Lithi, the Secretary-General of the SCA, explained that the organisation of this forum is in response to the directives of Mr. Sherif Fati, Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, regarding the need to move from mere archaeological excavation to the production of historical knowledge, confirming that the Middle Egypt region is not merely a geographical area extending between Cairo and Asyut, but rather represents a vibrant civilizational artery, witnessing the birth of new cities and the rise of new kingdoms across different eras. He pointed out that the SCA pays great attention to rereading and rewriting history in light of the result of archaeological excavations and modern archaeological studies, clarifying that rewriting history does not mean erasing what has been done before, but rather adding new layers of understanding and knowledge, relying on more accurate scientific tools and modern documentation methodologies, with the participation and leadership of Egyptian experts and researchers. Mohammed Abdelbadi, head of the Egyptian Antiquities sector at the SCA, welcomed the esteemed guests, clarifying that the forum aims to achieve several objectives, including the scientific evaluation of the results of Egyptian and foreign archaeological seasons by presenting them for discussion, review and analysis rather than merely displaying them. He added that the forum also aims to transfer and exchange scientific expertise by benefiting from the latest scientific findings in the field of remote sensing techniques, three-dimensional imaging, and other modern technologies, in addition to working on building a unified scientific archive for the Middle Egypt region, to be a scientific reference for future generations of researchers. The forum included 3 dialogue sessions, where the first session, led by Professor Saeed Shibli, head of the Archaeology and Heritage Department of the SCA, presented works from the excavations and discoveries in Beni Suef Governorate, including a lecture on efforts to develop and rehabilitate archaeological sites in the Middle Egypt region, and another that addressed the most prominent discoveries at the site of the Mount Nur archaeological site, including the Temple of Thutmose II and the Roman tomb. The second session, led by Dr. Sami Dardiri, head of the Central Administration for Middle Egypt Archaeology, presented the most prominent archaeological discoveries in the governorates of Minya and Asyut, while the third session, led by Dr. Mohammed Ibrahim, Director General of Beni Suef Archaeology, presented the most important discoveries in the governorates of Fayum and the New Valley. The forum's activities concluded with the honouring of the teams working on the archaeological sites, in addition to a number of distinguished archaeologists in recognition of their efforts and contributions to archaeological work and preserving heritage. An Egyptian archaeological mission has uncovered 3 tombs from different periods of ancient Egyptian history at the Sheikh Sobi archaeological site in the Bahariya Oasis, which included mummies, limestone and pottery coffins, pottery vessels, offering tables and terracotta votive figurines. The Sheikh Sobi site is home to a necropolis of rulers and priests of Bahariya Oasis dating to the late period. Carved into the archaeological hill known as Sheikh Sobi, the necropolis is considered one of the Oasis's important archaeological sites. The site also included the temple of El Bawiti, built during the 26th dynasty by the ruler of Bahariya Oasis, Jed Khonsu Iu Ankh, in honour of King Ahmose II. The discovery is considered an important addition to the archaeological record of Bahariya Oasis in the Western Desert, and a source for new evidence on the history and civilization of the region. The three tombs represent different funerary traditions, said Hisham El-Lethi, Secretary General of the SCA. He explained that the first is a rock-cut communal tomb carved into sandstone and is believed to have been used for a family of 5. The second is an undecorated tomb, probably dating to the Roman period, with a staircase leading to the burial chamber, while the third is another communal tomb, also believed to date to the Roman period, featuring a burial shaft. The first tomb consists of a 3-metre deep square shaft leading to 2 burial chambers. The western one is a small rectangular room where a limestone coffin containing a mummy wrapped in linen bandages was discovered. The coffin was set into a recess in the chamber floor, a feature consistent with burial practices documented in late period tombs at the site. A larger rectangular chamber on the northern side of the shaft appears to have been used for the other members of the family. 4 limestone coffins were found inside, each containing a linen-wrapped mummy. The second tomb consists of a small shaft leading to a 3-step staircase and a burial chamber. Archaeological evidence indicates that the chamber was never used. The third tomb is more complex, El-Lethi pointed out, adding that a rectangular shaft leads to a small roofless hall, believed to have served as a transitional space during the burial ceremony, where the mummy was received before being transferred to its final resting place. The hall leads to 2 chambers. One on the southern side contains fragments of a pottery coffin, while the eastern chamber has a limestone coffin with portions of its lid missing. Excavations also revealed 4 small entrances on the eastern, northern and western sides of the shaft. Work in the eastern entrance uncovered a subsidiary burial containing a cylindrical pottery coffin broken into several pieces. Its lid bears a raised human face with clearly defined features. Sabi Faraj, Director General of Bahariya Oasis and Head of Mission, revealed that the excavation has also yielded a diverse collection of artifacts, including pottery vessels, small bottles and plates of various shapes and sizes, as well as offering tables carved from limestone and sandstone. Among the finds are small terracotta votive figurines depicting female figures and stylized animals, providing further evidence of funerary and religious practices at the site. He noted that excavations will continue in future seasons, with the mission hoping to uncover additional tombs that could reveal more about successive generations of Bahariya Oasis inhabitants. The Greco-Roman Museum in Alexandria has opened its first temporary archaeological exhibition since its reopening in 2023, presenting 21 artifacts from its storerooms to the public for the first time. Titled Alexandria, Identity and Culture Through Time, the exhibition coincides with Alexandria Governorate's National Day celebrations and International Translation Day. It explores the city's rich cultural heritage and the role of Greek and Roman inscriptions and written texts in documenting everyday life in Alexandria across different periods. The collection on display includes ancient coins, lamps, pottery vessels and underwater archaeological artifacts recovered from Abu Qir Bay, as well as papyri, ostraca and mummy labels bearing Greek text. Together, the objects offer insights into daily life, trade and funerary practices in Alexandria during the Greek and Roman periods. Ahmed Hamida, head of the museum sector at the SCA, described the exhibition as the first in a planned series of temporary exhibitions at the museum, designed to present its collections from different perspectives and further highlight Alexandria's significance as a historic meeting point of civilizations and cultures. He added that the exhibition reflects efforts to bring artifacts preserved in museum storerooms to the public, offering visitors access to objects that have not been exhibited before. Wala Mostafa, director of the Greco-Roman Museum, explained that the exhibition draws on 21 artifacts and also highlights the importance of ancient texts and translation in understanding Alexandria's history and preserving its cultural legacy. The exhibition will run to the end of September 2026. A new discovery at Tel Abu Sifi in Kantara East sheds new light on Egypt's ancient Horus military road and the lost city of Masson. Among the most significant finds is a large sandstone lintel broken into two pieces and inscribed on three sides with the title of Ramesses II. The inscription also refers to restoration work carried out on the statue of Horus, Lord of the city of Masson, providing important evidence in the ongoing effort to establish the identity of the ancient settlement. According to Hisham El-Lithi from the SCA, the current excavations have also led to a reassessment of the architectural remains uncovered during earlier seasons. The mission continued work on a massive mud brick enclosure wall, including gateways, internal rooms, and successive construction layers. Studies have established that the structure was the outer enclosure surrounding the temple precinct, rather than the temple itself, correcting earlier interpretations of parts of the site. El-Lithi explained that the new evidence presents a strong hypothesis linking Tel Abu Sifi to the ancient city of Masson, although further excavation and scientific research will be necessary before the identification can be conclusively established. The mission also uncovered two successive stone-paved roads leading from outside the fortified area into the temple. The earlier road dates to the Ptolemaic period, while a narrower Roman road was later built over it. Additional temple remains include a series of storage rooms on the northern side and larger service rooms to the south, leading toward the sanctuary. The sanctuary was later destroyed, apparently as a result of quarrying activities during the late Roman period. Mohammed Abdelbadi of the SCA said the discoveries provide further evidence of the site's changing functions and its strategic importance. He added that among the finds is part of a statue dating to the 26th dynasty, depicting an army scribe carrying a broken naos. The mission also uncovered a headless and footless statue from the late period, the torso of a royal basalt statue, and fragments of falcon statues made of basalt and limestone. The archaeological evidence shows that the site underwent several phases of development, Abdelbadi pointed out, adding that the temple reached its architectural peak during the Ptolemaic period, before parts of the complex were reused as a military castrum during the 3rd century CE. By the late Roman period, the site had been transformed into a lime production quarry. Excavations revealed two large circular kilns built over the corners of the sanctuary, containing limestone remains that had been subjected to intense heat. The Ramesses II lintel and its reference to Horus, Lord of Masson, are particularly significant for determining the site's identity, while the administrative and military objects discovered at the site further underline its strategic character. Taken together with discoveries from previous excavation seasons, the latest evidence strengthens the hypothesis that Tel Abu Sifi may be the location of Masson, an ancient Egyptian city mentioned in texts dating to the New Kingdom. Findings so far portray Tel Abu Sifi as a major station along the Horus military road, where military, religious and economic functions developed successively over centuries, reflecting the site's strategic importance on Egypt's eastern frontier, and its enduring religious significance from the Pharaonic through the Ptolemaic and Roman periods. And that's it for this week. This news podcast is brought to you by Ted Laux and GNT Tours. Ancient Egypt News is rated in the top 5 Egypt history podcasts according to feedspot.com, as well as featuring in the top 60 African news podcasts by millionpodcast.com. For the next tour dates, check out our website gnttours.com. Follow us on social media. Thanks for listening to this episode. Please feel free to comment and share. Until next time, thanks again. Cheers. Bye-bye.